just push the button.
That's crazy.
Hello.
We do this every fucking month, and somehow I missed it. It's because it's not my computer. It's not my setup.
That's true.
I see green, and I'm all confused.
We are so good at this.
We are very good.
This is like,
what,
colors. Episode 4?
5.
5?
5, yeah.
We are so good at this.
You know what else I'd say we're good at?
What are we good at?
Playing Pokemon.
We are pretty good at playing Pokemon.
I feel like I'm pretty good at Pokemon. I need to get back to playing Black and White.
It's a good one. I like that one.
For when I start playing the Switch games.
I'd say I'm good at that.
Drink.
Why you got a green drink?
Green drink?
I don't...
The green drink?
I don't know what it is. I just know that he made it.
What is it?
Yeah, what is it actually?
Is it the...
I'd
Is it
say
that?
it's lime green Kool-Aid.
Lime green Kool-Aid. So not lime flavored, but lime green. So it could be fucking anything.
It is actually lime flavored Kool-Aid.
How does it taste? Oh?
Like,
Oh? Okay. No, couldn't commit, no.
it's probably because it's strong.
Tastes like green.
That's
It's
been in the
okay.
fridge, like, in that exact cup for, I think, like, 2 weeks. Like, he finished it a while ago, and I was like, you have to leave a cup for Tanner. And he didn't seal it, or, like, put it in one of my tumbler cups or anything. He put it in that exact cup.
It's Kool-Aid. It's made of like 80% water, a little like some like sugar, and then the flavor packet, and that's it. None of which are ingredients that can expire.
If I get sick, I'm blaming you.
Yeah, no, that's true.
I mean,
or if he turns green, like that, like Wesley from Let It Grow. How he kind of glows, and that's not good. So we suppose
we should drink Kool-Aid.
Yeah, we should drink it more or something like that. I tried to get it to rhyme, but I couldn't.
Yeah. So Pokemon. That is.
I don't think I would trust the camera since we started. Hi. Welcome to the Stooges. We're the Stooge Pod. We talk, we try, and we tell lies. Maybe.
We try not to die.
We try not to die.
We try not to die.
Try not to die.
We should do a Borderlands playthrough because I'm sure I'm throwing shade already. I'm sure by the time we get around to finishing our entire playthrough of the entire Borderlands lexicon, Tucker Keene will still be on part 1. He started. I'm calling you out. You don't watch this. I don't fucking care.
If you ever see this, Tucker, hi, hello.
Hi, dispatch.
There's a chant.
Dispatch.
God, that's my favorite interaction you've ever had with anybody ever. But he started a Twitch thing with Derek and Domo where they played Borderlands. I think that started like October of last year or something like that.
Yeah.
But because Tucker had his kid, he hasn't really had time, and he has like 2 jobs now apparently. He's working like 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. or something like that, doing like snow work. Although I don't know if he'd be doing that now because it seems like the snow's starting to melt. But, like, he had to stop because of it. And so they had, like, this big thing where it's like, oh, Tucker's back to streaming. We're going to start up Borderlands. They played it, like, twice, and they have not been back since.
I'm sure
so if we were to play Borderlands on stream, we'd probably finish the series before they ever beat the first game.
Would we start the first one?
We would start with the first one, yeah. We'd have to. I know that we skipped it last time, but to prove a point, yes.
If we're making some small talk before we get into the main, like,
we always do.
The main subject,
It's like 30 minutes of small talk each time.
That's what people show up for.
Yeah,
though,
bro.
You know? I'm sure both of you are familiar with like the terms of like brain rot.
Yes.
Right? I didn't realize how integrated brain rot terms have started to become in actual society.
Oh?
So, as you know, I work at a fine establishment that serves donuts and drinks.
We've said the name before.
Yeah, I work at Tim Hortons.
The name is fine.
I work at Tim Hortons, and I had somebody come up to the...
A fine establishment. It's Tim Hortons.
It's Tim Hortons.
No, it's not fine.
I feel like it's a step up from...
I like their donuts.
I've always wanted to try Dunkin' Donuts. I'm pissed that we don't have any around here.
Yeah, we don't.
Wouldn't there be one down in Niagara Falls? Isn't that
maybe?
where, like, all the
I'd have to
American...
ask.
We'd have to check.
We'd have to check. I do want to
I
take
could
a trip
check.
up there at some point if I get rich enough.
I can check.
Yeah.
Anyways, keep going.
So I work at Tim Hortons, and I had somebody come up to order some food, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they said to me, they ordered 2 donuts and peach slop. Peach slop beverage.
What?
They said, can I get a Boston cream, a chocolate glazed, and whatever peach slop drink you have? And I said, okay.
Like the iced tea?
Like, I don't,
I just guessed.
Slop.
Schlop.
Cause
Dude.
You know how slop is like...
Did they look older or younger than you?
Like a little bit younger, I think.
off,
like roughly
bro.
the same age, I think. I don't know.
This is the shit that makes me hesitant to call myself Gen Z, but at the same time, like, I feel like generations are so wild.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I am more Gen Z than millennial, and I'm only on the millennial side because I didn't grow up with a lot of modern technology. So like, we still have like we had a phone that did like the thing like with the numbers.
Yeah,
you had to turn it.
the
We
rotary
had
phone.
that as our landline for years. We didn't have like a cell phone that you pick up and stuff like that. And Mom never got a radio. She always had a giant, like, it's this table, but then it opens to be a record player, like a full-on big-ass record player, like not one of those old new ones that you can buy in the suitcases, which I've heard you shouldn't because apparently they're terrible.
Oh, really?
But we have, yeah, apparently that they break and ruin vinyls, like the little ones in the suitcases. If you're gonna buy a record player, you want to get something that's like big.
Like big? Okay.
Apparently, that's from what I've heard. But like we always had old tech lying around, so I was always kind of like millennial adjacent from what I listened to and the kind of technology that I had access to.
Yeah.
But like knowing that there are 20-year-olds making up things like 6'7" and saying like friend slop and all of these statements, like all of these names.
See,
that's the shit that makes me feel like that above all else makes me feel old.
I don't use friend slop. I call them Scoob Likes.
Scoob Likes?
Scoob Likes.
Because of like Scooby-Doo,
Yeah,
like
'cause of,
Faz and
Scooby-Doo.
Repo.
Like
what if
you're playing Repo and...
But what if it's not a spooky game like Peak?
That's still Scoob-like.
How is it Scoob-like?
You see,
funny.
everything in the
Alright, let's get Scoob-like working.
everything in the universe can be broken down to either a Scoob-like or
They can
not
describe it with
Scoob-like.
one single word: slop. Was that a pop culture joke? Did no one get that? That was a reference to Gnarly. The beginning of Gnarly.
I don't know what Gnarly is.
You don't know the song? Oh,
don't
because you're
think
not on
so.
TikTok, right?
No.
Yeah. Okay. And you don't really know music that isn't like. You're the kind of. When I met you, I don't even think you knew who P. Diddy was.
No, I didn't.
Exactly. Like you are.
I did listen to music. I listened to, Iron Maiden.
Okay, I'll give you that. Yeah, I forgot about that. You didn't really. Well, I mean, did you though? Like I've
Yeah,
never.
I used to love listening to the old Iron Maiden sounds I had in an old MP3.
When
that
I
was
knew
built
you
into a
though.
US
When I knew you.
Okay, that was after.
Yeah, like that was.
That was after.
Have you ever heard him listening to Iron Maiden?
I can't say I've
That was
personally
after.
heard him listen to Iron
Was
Maiden.
That
it
was
really?
after.
Well then, like, it doesn't really like, I listened to the kind of music I listened to as a teenager is nothing like I listen to now. I was also listening to, like, heavy metal and shit, like Lita Ford, and, I mean, I still listen to Lita Ford and Motorhead and all that, but I was listening to, like, those songs about getting through this nightmare and all that.
Yeah.
Like, that's the shit I was listening to in high school.
That's the shit I still
Oh, I knew
listen
that
to.
one.
That's fair,
I
actually.
knew that one not from the band, just from all the YouTube videos that would use it.
I have this one playlist that's like I call it Wild Magic because it's every single song that I have like enjoy listening to
Oh.
ever. So
That's, like, apparently not a lot of people do that.
no, and I completely understand why because there's tonal whiplash. I'll put it on shuffle and it'll be like Avenged Sevenfold Hamilton.
But that's what I've always done. I've always had my music on one playlist. I'll call it my favorites, and then I'll just like swap songs out when I'm done, and then new songs will go in there. So I have a favorites playlist on YouTube Music, that's like 400 tracks, and they're
Yeah.
always, and so I will get like Led Zeppelin, and then J-pop, and then Steam Powered Giraffe, and then dubstep.
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
and like Dead Mouse, and it's just kind of like I'll just skip until I find my vibe, because having a million playlists with like sad music when you're like not that sad, like it always felt exhausting to manage. Although one thing that I did do that I actually kind of stole from Ted Nivison was I gathered a bunch of songs that I listened to from different eras of my life and I put them into playlists. And while I was working on the JonTron video, I actually went back and listened to all those songs that I was listening to around that time, like around the 2014 to 16. And it was just like, I listened to a lot of J-pop.
Oh,
And
yeah.
like, it was funny to find songs that I hadn't thought about in years, or even like gone back to old clips and seen that I'm listening to a song and go like, oh my god. Like, does anybody, I don't remember what the band was called, but it's a song called Mrs. Right.
Mrs. Right? I don't know if I've heard
It's like,
this
I
one.
gotta see her, travel all across the world just to meet her and get me on the plane. I don't know what it's from. I don't know the band. I would have to look it up afterwards. But me and Komodo used to listen to that song all the time. We loved that band for that song, and I, like, completely forgot that song existed until I was making up that playlist. But no, I do just have my songs on one fucking thing that I just edit. So go on about yours. Because I just totally cut you off.
Like my music?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, I just have a big playlist of, like, music, so it'll go from, like, whatever rock I like to, like, A Tribe Called Quest, to, like, Hamilton, to whatever, so, it's cool, it's fun, but you know what music I don't have in there?
What?
A lot of video game OSTs. Actually.
Really? No.
Yeah, I mean, a little surprised about that myself.
I think I have a little bit, because a lot of the songs that I listened to in college is still one of my favorites playlists, so I think I have, like, You Can Always Come Home. I think I have that. I think that's from Deltarune, or is it Undertale?
You Can Always Come Home?
I think that's Deltarune, yeah.
No, it's Undertale.
Are you sure?
Because there's, I think there's Home, and then there's...
But like... it's not the one from Undertale, though. It's one from, like, Chapter 1, I think. I don't think it's Undertale.
Okay, then it might be...
I'd have to find it. Again, I would have... Unfortunately, I'm using my phone to record, so I can't pull it up and find it.
Hold on a second.
But,
this episode isn't about Deltarune.
No, I'm just talking about video game OSTs. Like, I'm talking about how the only ones that I think I have in my playlist are, like, a few Deltarunes.
Speaking of Deltarune, that comes out tomorrow, right?
Yeah, Deltarune tomorrow? Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, of course. When? Tomorrow. But I do have a lot of the Final Fantasy 13-2 soundtrack, because a lot of it is lyrical. The 13-2 soundtrack might be my favorite soundtrack of all time, if we're, like, non-Nintendo. Because Twilight Princess takes the cake, but...
That reminds me to ask, are we gonna get a Final Fantasy 13-2 video?
Oh, yeah. Whether or not I'm gonna split them into 3 videos and make a trilogy out of it, or put 13-2 and Lightning Returns into its own video to just make it not draw on. Because if I make it a trilogy, you're probably not gonna see the conclusion of this until, like, a year from now.
Yeah.
Like, the 13-2 video... I have no idea what I would do with it, which is why I'm considering just putting 13-2 and Lightning Returns together. Because I don't want people to, like, have to wait for this, like, big conclusion, because I do have, like, an arc for it that I'm working on.
That's understandable.
But at the same time, 13-2 is my favorite Final Fantasy game of all time. It was the first one that I ever beat. Not the first one I ever played, but the first one I ever beat was 13-2. And I have so much that I want to talk about with it that I feel like isn't really mentioned when people talk about the game, so I might have to make it its own video. I don't know, we'll see. But yes, I do intend to do that. So for people that have been asking, yes, and if you ask me again, I'll know you're not watching the podcast.
You should be watching the podcast.
I would appreciate if you watch the podcast.
It's
That's
cool,
like where
it's
you
fun.
get the most content of us.
Yeah. If you're listening to this right now, then, like, you're one of us. You're a stooge. You're a stooge now. That doesn't mean you're stupid, but you're a stooge.
I haven't...
Him on the other hand.
You're just a silly guy.
I am a stooge, though.
Yeah, you are.
I am the stooge, the first stooge.
And
yes, you were the first.
I'm Ghost Goat, but
I
most
have
of my
seen
friends just call
everything.
me Goat.
It's funny whenever you come in and people are like, oh, hey, Ghost.
yeah, there's a couple
That
people
always
like,
makes
hey,
me
Ghost,
laugh.
and I'm like, that's close enough.
Alright, but since we want to get back on track,
Hey,
we were
guys,
going to talk about...
Ghost! Close enough.
Yo, I'm not dead. The fuck? You can see through me? Anyways, Pokemon. We were going to talk about Pokemon.
Yes, because Pokemon Day was in February, and we're always behind the curve.
We weren't behind with Deltarune.
We were very ahead with Deltarune.
We were ahead. Was 3 and 4 out? Yeah, 3 and 4 had just come out. We had just played
Yes.
it. Yeah, I remember now.
We did that.
But
We basically knew we wanted to play that while the episodes were still fresh in our minds, so it was like a month.
But
We still had to wait, though.
with
We had to wait to
the
record it.
big
We did.
Pokemon Day and the announcement of Pokemon Winds and Waves a month ago, as of recording this, 2 months ago, as of this upload.
Yes.
We thought it would be fun to talk. April. We're putting this out in April.
April, yes.
April 8th, I believe, is the
Yes.
release of that Champions game.
Is it?
I
Okay.
have no idea what that's about, but like, I'm happy for that.
Wait, isn't that like the MOBA?
The MOBA.
The League of Legends clone that they have?
I think that's called like something else.
Is it? I thought that was Champions.
Technically, they're not all. It's not like League was the first.
No, I know, but that style of game where it's like top down and you're like in an arena.
Yeah, like the MOBA
and trying
style.
to do a
I'm
thing on
sure
the other
that's
side.
called Unite.
Oh, Unite. Yes.
Pokemon
Okay. Wait, what
Champions
the
is
fuck
like
is
a new game coming out.
Is it?
Supposed to appeal to the competitive players, but I'm not too sure about what it is.
Isn't there like a competitive Pokemon thing that like you play it on browser or something? And
Yes.
what's that? Is that not official?
No.
It's not.
That is not sanctioned by...
I see TikToks of those all the time, of people pretending to like play against people that use all legendaries, and it's like always scripted.
Yeah. I can't prove it.
But I just know, because how do they come across the same players that are always cocky with like the same personality?
So scripted.
It feels generative AI. Like it feels like, you can't attack my Pokemon. And then they add an abbreviation in the middle of Pokemon for some reason.
I have 6 Dialga.
Yeah. You can't get by my 6 Dialga.
That's how it always works best. I wonder if there's anyone who tries to brute force Pokemon games by having like 6 of the same type Pokemon.
Can I beat Pokemon Blue with only Rattata?
Can I beat Pokemon
Someone's made that, I'm sure.
Can I beat Pokemon
But then they have like a
Sapphire
technicality where it's like, technically this Pokemon is a Rattata because of the model change.
We need a Pokemon that uses Fly, and we can't teach Rattata Fly, so technically
it still counts.
Trying to beat Alpha Sapphire with only fire types.
How many fire types are in Alpha Sapphire?
Oh, yikes.
Well, the joke is that Sapphire is the water-themed one, and then Ruby is the fire-themed one because their box are legendary.
Hey, at least you're not trying to play Pokemon like BDSP or even just the original Diamond and Pearl with only fire types, because you're limited to like 2 until post-game.
Yeah, you got like...
Well, I don't remember
how is
what it was in Diamond and Pearl, but in the original Platinum, the only fire type that you could catch outside of the starter was Ponyta.
Yes.
And then I think the only other fire type that you could get was post-game, because I think you had to find Magmar in like that volcano area, which you would only have access to after completing the or seeing every Pokemon.
I love the Ponyta, the variant from the Galar region.
Yeah, the fairy one. Yeah, that is really pretty.
So is it Fire Fairy or just Fairy?
I think it's just Fairy.
It's just Fairy.
Yeah. It's so pretty. Its mane looks like cotton.
Watch it be fucking normal Fairy too. Always normal type. What's the point of adding a fucking normal type?
I mean,
like, why is Pidgey normal flying?
I mean, if you're normal, you're immune to ghosts. That's a benefit. But you gain a weakness.
But why
to
the fuck would that matter? It's a fucking bird. It can still
Mm-hmm.
die. It can
but
still
not
be
to ghosts.
I guess
birds, as we know, are immune to ghosts.
It just also gets rid of the like the flying is good against fighting, but now applying normal makes fighting more like viable against flying types, and flying types already don't have a lot of defense.
That's the thing,
so hit them with a close combat and it's done.
If you have 2 types and one type gains an advantage, but then the other type has a disadvantage,
it cancels out unless it's unless it's not effective.
So,
like
so, then technically it just means that fighting moves are not super effective, right?
A flying electric would not be able to get hit by a ground type move because the flying negates the ground type entirely. But if it was like fire, or if it was water steel, like Empoleon getting hit by a fire attack, it's normal. It's not very effective, and it's not super effective.
Yeah, so like normal flying or whatever
would be like the fighting attack would theoretically, if my knowledge on it is correct, would do normal damage.
Yeah, it
which doesn't make any fucking sense. Like what the normal gets rid of ghosts, but allows fighting to slip through. Thanks, Twilight. I don't think that's on camera.
It's not on camera. She's off frame.
She's digging in her butt, twin. I can stop. Look at her face. I can stop if it's any issue.
She's very expressive.
I think Twilight knows English. I think she's my Pokemon.
There's always been a big debate between the casual and competitive leagues when it comes to Pokemon. I feel like, is it meant to be casual or is it meant to be
a big debate? It's...
Well, yeah, there kind of is though, because like
I think in basically any game, there's always going to be the whole casual versus competitive, the using purely.
Because I remember there were a lot of people defending Scarlet and Violet because of the like competitiveness of the crystallization.
Terrestrialization.
Yeah. I remember that.
It did seem like terrestrialization, like, while visually it's not that interesting, it does add a lot to the way that matches can be changed on a dime to become something.
Do we want to remove that lampshade to add a bit more light into the room? Hey, Connor, are you listening? You better! You little ass.
Well, what is that?
Red.
Gee, thanks.
In case you were colorblind. Oh
Well,
my
I saw
god.
red and I thought it was Coca-Cola. I know you said Fanta, but
I did that to him yesterday when I took the new can, because the new Coca-Cola cans for the decaf are gold.
Oh boy,
So when I took it out,
I
I took it out, I looked at them and I said,
guys-
it's better because it's gold. You can have a little sip.
You can have a little sip on this side.
No,
Have
I
a little
don't
sip.
want a little
Have
sip.
a sip. Welcome back.
Welcome back to the Stooges. Have a sip.
I'm so curious where the cut is going to start and end.
Okay, we're gonna go back in.
We'll cut it in a specific way so it just occasionally cuts to you going, have a sip. Have a sip.
Hi, so we're talking about the middle stage starter Pokemon.
Well, I figured that, yes. Technically, yes. I was thinking that we would use that as like a segue to just talk about Pokemon in general. Because I'll be honest, I don't know if I have anything to say about middle starter Pokemon.
My favorite one is Floragato.
What is Floragato?
It's the middle stage between the Leaf Cat and the Leaf
Oh,
Cat.
Sprigatito.
Yeah.
Oh. But he stands up.
He does stand up, but he looks so cool doing it.
Does it?
Why do
Yeah.
people dislike that, the whole standing up?
Well,
Because we've had it so much for the same reason we don't like firefighting starters. Because it's like, oh,
We've
cool.
had like 3 of them.
Yeah.
I like that one, the green one. I had that as my
Torterra.
starter. Yeah,
Yeah, Torterra's awesome.
Nobody,
I love Torterra.
nobody from there or there can see what you were looking at.
I have a poster of
poster.
Torterra up here in the corner.
I love Torterra. Torterra was my starter in...
I have a red drink.
Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl.
Yeah, BDSP. And she was the best. She carried me through, like, a lot.
Yeah.
Very
Platinum,
effective.
or not Platinum. I think I played Diamond and Pearl because my cousin had both. And so she had me play one, like, when I was over. But I didn't own Pokemon until Platinum. So I say Diamond and Pearl were my first Pokemon games, but I beat Platinum first. When I played Platinum, I got a Piplup. My favorite, I have a Piplup up here as well.
It's a good Piplup.
I over-leveled the fuck out of him because I was getting frustrated with the grass gym leader and I didn't understand, like, the typings. Like, I kind of did. Like, I knew that water worked with fire, but my brain didn't connect that would mean that leaf worked on water.
I still have that picture that you sent when we were going through Sword and Shield.
All the typings? I still have that on my phone, too. Yeah.
I still
It's like
use
the
that.
earliest picture on my phone, I think. But I remember over-leveling the shit out of my Piplup to the point where when I was fighting Cynthia and all of her Pokemon are like level 50, my Empoleon was level like 87 or something. Yeah, because I over-leveled and I think
That's so funny.
like all of my other Pokemon were level like 53, 54, and he was like 80, 86, 87 by the time I went to the Elite Four. And I still have him, although he's level 100 now.
I like how dumb all of the first evolution fire starters look.
Like Fuecoco over here.
Or the new one coming out where it's just a dog.
Oh, Pomp.
The dog.
It's just a stupid dog with a dumb face smiling at you.
Let's hope he doesn't stand up.
I
just hope he
have a
becomes
feeling.
even fluffier. I just want him
Yeah.
to
Just
the
a
final
big,
evolution.
fluffy-
The final evolution is Graveler, but it was a dog, and it's just a fluffy dog with like
Yeah.
the head sticking out of.
That's
like, a
Gollum.
mound of
Gollum
flesh.
has the head sticking
Gollum.
out. Yeah.
What did I say?
You said
Graveler.
Graveler. Graveler has his head in.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
You
Graveler.
want that? You want it in? You don't want a head out like this?
No, yeah. You just see like a little head in like the
if-
massive fluff.
Or
For some
it could be
reason-
like, who's the fucking big one from Black and White?
From Black and White.
He starts his Lily
Oh,
Pop.
Stoutland.
Stoutland, that
Yes.
one, yeah. Or it could be that.
My personal compromise, if it has to stand up, like if it evolves and it becomes
If
like
it
a
has to
two-legged thing, like
stand.
if
Mhm.
it has to, it should just become Greater Dog from Undertale.
That would be funny. That would
yes,
be funny.
just dog in like armor.
Yeah.
What's the water type
You see,
is like...
if
Gekka?
Pokemon, you see, if,
Oh yeah, they're
What-
making... Why are they making the water types cunty? Am I the only one that's bothered by that? Like,
Um,
I don't think Intillion was
what?
cunty. I think Intillion
I-
was incel coded.
the
I
one,
think
the
like
one,
Intillion?
the one from
From
Scarlet
Sword and
Violet
Shield- no,
was.
I know, no, the one in Sword and Shield though, Intillion from Sword and Shield, the sniper guy.
Yeah, he was.
I
cool.
don't think he's cunty. I think that he's incel coded. I think he's very milady coded. I think that
Yeah.
he mansplains
Yeah.
to you the lore of the world of Galar.
I
Like
just-
he's like this, and he's like, actually, the official thing of Galar is England territories. You know, that's
Did
what.
you know actually?
He's not-
that
this is not
Galar
Intillion, I'm
is
sorry.
The best region when it comes to sheep. We have Wooloo.
Yeah, we have Wooloo.
I do like the sheep one. Some people say they're lazy.
The
but
other one?
They're adorable. Wooloo's the one where they just like fucking roll.
Where he rolls and
that's hilarious. I'm a sucker where it's like, sure, is it a lazy design? Kind of, but he rolls like a ball.
It's the first fucking gym. Of course it's going to be simple.
It's like Route 1 Pokemon. All Route 1 Pokemon are just...
Have a normal type and the flying type, and then like the rare electric type that you can find.
I love the Zigzagoon, where it's from that region, the black and white one.
Oh, the black and white one, yeah.
How he just grows up to become like a...
For all of
like
my personal gripes and grievances with the Galar region and like Sword and Shield as Pokemon games... the things that they got so right were done so well.
That's kind of why I'm a big Sword and Shield defender. Is like, especially now that Scarlet and Violet has been out and what happened with that.
Yeah.
Is I had my gripes about Sword and Shield. I didn't buy it when it came out, but then I remember, I think you were with me. I think it was me, you, and censor this if they don't want to be in this, but it was Fox. And we were in the GameStop, in the EB, right, over there, and someone was, like, had their Switch on the counter playing Galar, and we went up and, like, asked him a bunch of questions, and we were like, how do you feel about, like, the lack of Pokemon, and, like, the fact that the Dex is gone, like, what do you think about the story, the game, and he was like, honestly, people that are hating on it are, like, being ridiculous, like, this has actually been a lot of fun, like, yeah, I miss the National Dex, but I'm not upset about this experience, and it was actually that convinced me to get the game, and then I remember playing it at my mom's house, and I'm on the couch, and I'm like hanging out, and I'm running around, you know, I'm playing the game, I got through the cave, I'm headed to the, you know, I did the gym thing where you talk to everybody, and I'm heading to the grass gym, and I remember up until this point, I was kind of like, it's the beginning of a Pokemon game, you know, like, you know, it's not taking as long to level up my Pokemon, which is nice. I've never liked the debate of, like, there should be like, you should be able to turn it off. The XP share thing, you should be able to turn it off. But I was never a hater against having that be a thing to begin with. So I remember getting to the gym, and I remember my opinion being very much kind of so-so. Until that fucking gym music kicked in. I'm telling you, like, my mom had to come out and be like, what are you doing? Because I docked my Switch, and I turned the music up on the thing.
Just started dancing.
I haven't had a feeling like that probably since, like, Dragon Age, and hearing the main theme kick in at the end cutscene when, like, everyone's charging. I don't even know I wonder if I've beaten Dragon Age by this point. But, like, that feeling of that music kicking in and, like, my back straightening and being like, oh no, they're fucking cooking. Yeah. Admittedly, I'm biased because music always gets me in anything. Like, a lot of my favorite movies will often cause me to cry simply because of the power of the songs. Like, Snow White's music always gets a tearjerker. The remixed version of that Four Town song from Turning Red, when they all come in to, like, help the mom get in the circle, that shit always makes me cry. The Willy Wonka imagination theme coming in at the end of the movie, that shit always makes me cry. What was another one? But yeah, I'm just saying, I'm just, like, referencing that music has always been... Shrek 2! The last time I watched Shrek 2, I just, like, spontaneously started sobbing during the I Need a Hero segment because the song was just so good. I've never had that happen before. Like, usually it's, like, it's meant to be making me cry.
When did this happen?
I don't know. I was laying on the couch. I remember my head being right where your sweater is, and I was laying down, and I'm watching it, and I'm hearing the music, and I'm, like, watching the segment. Yeah. And the fucking, like, go, your princess needs you, go! Like, I was like... What's happening? Like, I don't know how to describe me going from 1 to 100 in maybe 10 seconds. It's a build-up, really, right? Yeah. Like, it's normally a build-up, but it was just, like, sobbing. Like, just in. I haven't even sobbed watching the musical. It was really fucking weird. I must have been, like, menopause or some shit. I don't know. I'm a woman. It happens.
I don't.
It's so... But yeah, no, music... is always the number one thing that makes me go, like, I'm locked in. Like, and so that was the moment that made me actually start paying attention to, like, the game a little bit more, because it was like, you got my attention. So I've always been a huge Galar defender with the fashion, the character customization, the story. I thought was pretty okay. I know that it starts to fall off with Rose and his, like, I need to fix this problem now.
Yeah, Act 3 just kind of happens.
It does definitely... So quickly. It does definitely feel kind of like we needed a villain. But like I still think the rest of it in the world building and like the thing that the characters go through, like Bede and Hop, I genuinely think Hop is a really good rival. I think that he gets made fun of a little bit too much.
I like personally what Bede goes through, how he's kind of set up to be the stereotypical antagonist who's got his own agenda, and then halfway through
he gets fired.
Halfway through he's like, you're out of the race. But then he finds redemption by being basically
the fairy type gym leader, Opal.
To be the new fairy
I was there at his house
because he uses fairy types
in your living room when that cutscene played. I think Fox was playing it or playing it, and it was that scene where it was like, Pink, congratulations, child. I remember being there when we all watched that scene and being like, this is fucking awesome.
And it's just really cool seeing him gradually be like, I'm really pissed off, to being like, oh shit, okay, I got a job now.
Well, he doesn't want to do it at first. He's like, get the fuck off of me. And then...
I don't want this job.
Yeah, but then she's like, oh, well, I'll put you back in the race. And I think
I want this job.
I think he gets mad at you first. He's like, you're the fucking reason I'm in this suit. Like, you're the reason I'm Pink.
Yeah.
I don't fucking want to be Pink. And then later on, he goes like, well, I guess I'll be the gym leader then. Fuck, I didn't know that's what that meant. Yeah, I remember initially he blames you. And I think that's really funny. Because you don't see him after that. You don't see him after that interaction. And then suddenly you're fighting him in the Elite Four. And he's like, this? This?
This
your
is
fault.
Me now.
Your
this
fault.
Is me now. I hate you. This is me now.
Yeah, I'm Pink.
I'm Pink. We're both gonna deal with this.
I mean, he was wearing pink to begin with.
Well, it was like
it was kind of like magenta.
Yeah, it wasn't as pink as the outfit they put him in later.
Pink-ish, maybe.
There's a difference between like magenta pink and like Barbie pink.
I don't think that old woman Opal could even see the difference.
I also, another thing that I found on Twitter that I didn't even think about is how every single time we interact with Opal, we are forced to watch her steadily walk to wherever she needs to go. That is the only time she full on sprints.
Yeah.
Like she full on just like like
the only time she ever moves more than like 2 miles an hour.
Yeah, she drops her fucking cane and goes. I love that. Like, that's what makes me defend Galar. Like, that's, when I say good story and, like, good character moments, that's what I mean. I mean, Hop literally randomly changing up his team for, like, 1 or 2 fights because he's getting insecure about consistently losing to Bede, and then later finding out that, like, no, he shouldn't be changing his team to be strong. He should be doing his best with what he has, and still being kind of on par with you by the end after that revelation. Like, I don't think we've ever had a rival change up their fucking team like that. The story building behind that is phenomenal. That's why it pisses me off when everyone's like, oh, Rival's lame. Or Hop is lame.
There are decent character arcs. There are decent character moments. And I will also say, I think Galar has one of the, on the Switch especially, it has pretty good art direction for a lot of its locations.
Yeah. Some of the areas are really, like, nice to look at, and that's what makes me, like, I remember, I don't know the names, but I remember a lot of the locations of Sword and Shield because of that. Like, that snow area.
The glowing mushroom.
The glowing mushroom, which they could have done more with.
Literally.
I like the bioluminescent, though.
Anywhere in the DLC that they got.
Oh, yeah, the DLC is fantastic.
Like, though, the DLC for that game is, like, my favorite part of that game.
Yeah, the DLC brought in Crobat. I was really happy about that. I was so happy about that.
You brought in your Crobat and brought in me Beldum. I got my
I actually was shiny for that too.
Yeah, I got a shiny Metagross. Yeah. Oh, it was so good.
Sword and Shield is nice to shiny hunt in too. Sword and Shield and Legends Arceus. Great. We're really fun. I might do some Legends Arceus farming today, actually.
Legends Arceus.
Legends Arceus is unironic. I think it's a masterpiece.
I think it's one of the best Pokemon.
Yeah, for real. And it drives me nuts because, like, when you've got me going now. When Legends Arceus first released, right? It was like, BDSP wasn't great. We missed out on shit. I think Legends Arceus made up for it, especially with that fight against Giratina.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And it was like... It was so...
final... Oh, I love it. I love it so much.
It was so unlike any of the other Pokemon games, minus the GameCube games, because I haven't played them yet. Like, I haven't played Colosseum and I haven't played DX yet. I'm hopefully waiting for Colosseum to come out on the Switch GameCube thing. If not, I'll just emulate it. But I do intend to play those eventually.
I want to talk about that battle in Legends Arceus.
Okay.
So... I don't know if this would be spoilers because, like...
Well, I already mentioned it. And also the game came out, like, what, 4 years ago?
Now,
Well, I love how throughout the whole... I didn't catch this when I was playing it. You caught it earlier, but I didn't catch it because the whole point about Legends Arceus is for kind of like BDSP. It's the same region, but very, very far back in like ancient
Yes.
history. So every character you encounter is like a remixed kind of almost alternate universe version, even though in this case it's past ancient version.
ancestor.
Yeah.
So
It's a descendant.
characters that are in some cases in the future would be antagonists are allies in this position.
Well,
like
they're
the head of
descendants,
the,
so they're not like
yeah.
the same character,
They're
but they're
not.
their descendant.
But you're looking at people how like the professor from that region, and professors don't usually do a whole lot besides just be the professor. Here he's like this judo wrestling like
He has the knight armor.
Yeah, the
underneath his
sensei guy
outfit.
who puts
He's
on a
also
suit
the
of
leader
actual
of the
knight
Team
armor.
Galactic, like what is the new team?
Like the Galactic Expedition.
Yeah,
Expedition
he's
Force.
the leader, not the girl that looks like Cyrus. She's
Yes.
just like the girl behind the desk. It's Rowan's descendant that
Yeah.
looks like.
And it's totally like changes things, but all throughout the game you're kind of piecing together like, oh, this is you're them, but in the past.
Yeah, the
But I
girl
didn't-
who helps you change your hair ends up
Yeah.
becoming one of the members of Team Galactic.
Yeah, well, one of the
We see,
three sub bosses
Yeah,
under Cyrus.
the guy who does the planting is a descendant of the grass gym leader.
There's even some people like the railway conductor from the platform.
But that's not even a
who was-
descendant.
yeah,
That is
yeah,
just
yeah.
Ingo.
He's just
Just
him.
Ingo.
He's
That
just
is
Ingo.
Ingo.
He's just here, present day Ingo.
And he's like,
from,
"Hey,
from,
I
what
don't
is
know
it,
who
black
I
and
am."
white.
Yes.
He's just like, I lost my memory. Train,
Choo-choo.
die.
Yeah.
I love that. I never met that character before, but I'm like, this
And
guy's
it's-
like a
what's
platform
making it so
conductor.
interesting
I love
to
it.
bounce off of that, not all of the descendants are Sinnoh adjacent. There's the guy who makes the rice, who is a descendant of, I think his name is Wally from Gen 3, the little
Yeah.
green-haired kid
Yeah,
that gets
forgot about
routes.
that. I forgot about
That's who
that.
the descendant that is. And then also apparently the professor is potentially a descendant from someone in Galar.
Yes.
So like not all of the descendants of Legends Arceus
That's-
are Gen
yeah,
4
that
adjacent, and that was another thing that made Legends Arceus its own.
Unique.
Like the gameplay was so different. Like we had a dodging mechanic.
We had boss fights.
We had boss fights that didn't necessarily require Pokemon. Like, yeah, you do eventually take out your Pokemon, but it's more so about, like, calming them down and getting their HP down. We had fights with, like, multiple Pokemon. Some would argue that you should also be able to take out multiple Pokemon, but it was kind of cool that it was just, like, you versus, like, 3 Abomasnows. They later brought in, like, the Outbreak, so you can catch, like, multiple. They had the time, like, glitch thing where, like, an orb of, like, time and space would open up. A distortion,
catch,
thank
like,
you.
Porygon.
And you could catch different Pokemon in there and all that. Like, the different evolutions would appear in there,
Yeah.
too. Having to actually, like, research Pokemon and do certain things with them, like, throw them a berry, or get them to attack something, or get them to use a certain move, you know?
Pokemon shiny hunting was I think the easiest. In that
It
game
actually had, like, the bring, like, it was
Yeah,
the
it
first
was
thing to
loud.
have an audio
and
cue.
you trained yourself to hear that during my playthrough of that.
Yeah.
I wound up finding like 2 or 3.
I thought that
shinies.
catching shinies was locked to when you found that shiny Ponyta in that quest, but then while I was playing on your account, I ran into a shiny Starly, like, right off the bat.
Yeah, it's the bird.
Shiny Starlight.
And you're like, and
Shiny
I
Starlight,
remember
it's
I
just
was
me, but with green hair.
I was watching you
Or
do
pink.
that.
It would probably
and
be pink hair.
I was watching you do that, and you heard the sound. You're like, what the fuck?
I was like, no fucking way.
Because you didn't.
I was so
you
used to
thought.
playing it on mine, so when I heard it, I was like, wait a minute, this
And
is
then later the little like ice stalactite looking little guy. We got a shiny one of
Avalugg.
those. Avalugg.
Yeah, I remember that too.
No, not Avalugg. The
Bergmite.
pre-evolution.
Oh, the little one?
Bergmite.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, sick.
Bergmite.
I don't know the old ones. I rarely know the names of these.
And it was just funny because it took you a lot longer to get shinies. So during my playthrough, during the
I
main
didn't have
story,
access
I
to
had,
them
like,
until
2
like near the
shinies.
end of the game. Yeah, it was nuts. That's your luck, I guess.
But-
The Stooge luck.
Stooge
But my
luck.
point being, like, Legends Arceus had so many of these original aspects. And then when Scarlet and Violet came out, all of a
Wait.
sudden, Legends Arceus, no, I need to say this.
Okay.
All of a sudden, Legends Arceus was so buggy, and it crashed my Switch, and it killed my grandma, and Scarlet and Violet
Killed
has the
my
best
grandma.
story of all time and the best music, and it revolutionized Pokemon, and it has all of these cool things. Like, you can walk up to a Pokemon, and you can go, and you can send your Pokemon and see it swerve, and it's like, dude, that's so cool. It's
You
the
can-
only Pokemon game to do this ever.
Cool fact, it's also the only Pokemon game to suffer memory leaks.
Like,
I had to deal
wow,
with
what
that.
a unique Pokemon experience. It drove me fucking nuts how quick Twitter was to gaslight just anybody that ever looked at any other Pokemon game but Scarlet and Violet.
I remember encountering, I think it was a glitch in my playthrough. I was able to capture the future version of there's like the almost elephant-looking guy with the tusk, but with the future variant, it's treads.
Yes.
It's like Treadwell or something.
Iron treads.
Iron
all
treads.
Of the future variants had iron.
Oh, did he show up in the overworld?
No. You fight them normally, but I don't believe you're supposed to be able to catch them until you get to Area 0.
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason, after beating them, and then
they
shrink
spawned.
down. Yeah, he spawned for me. So
I caught iron treads. I remember that. Yeah, he spawned normally, just like there.
And then I remember, I think it was you or some
me.
You or someone was like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, so I got iron treads." You're like, "You have iron."
What do you mean?
You beat the game? No. What do you mean?
So
I got iron treads like early.
I remember that.
I fucking
wasn't
I
the
love
model
his
still there
animation.
too? Like there was just an iron treads model just there, not moving that you could walk through.
Me.
Was it you?
That happened to him. That didn't happen to me. After I caught mine, it was
gone.
gone.
Anything with it? I couldn't interact with it.
He was just standing
there.
I do really like the
I
iron
had
version
that,
of
but
models.
in Area 0 with the robot version of Delibird. Not Delibird. The one that is the present.
Yeah, that's Delibird.
That is it Delibird?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
The robot, I have a clip of it on my Switch of like me going up to the Delibird to throw my Pokeball and then like nothing happened and then I realized it was just like there. And I think that was there because me and Connor had like our characters in multiplayer. Even though you can't do multiplayer in Area 0, which is what ultimately made me decide to sell my copy. But like I remember just seeing it and like trying to go through it and it's literally just standing there and like blinking, like no animation, no nothing, just blinking and me being like, man, this is someone's favorite Pokemon game. Okay, well, you know what? You're free to have your opinion.
I'm sure.
Some people don't like Eminem and that's fine, and some people like Sonic Team Intervention and that's fine, and some people like Scarlet and Violet, which is wild but fine.
Well, a couple of things I was going to say is one was that Sword and Shield was not the first Pokemon game I ever played, but the first I ever beat.
Yes.
I played Pokemon a little bit back on my old Game Boy Advance SP, Fire Red and Leaf Green, and then didn't really touch the series like at all, besides playing a slight bit.
You're like,
of,
this
I
doesn't
think,
have guns in it.
Sun.
This isn't.
I think I played a little
This
bit of
isn't
Sun.
Star Wars
and then,
Battlefront.
But it was really cool getting different Pokemon and then like learning type advantages. And for someone like me who was the most casual like viewer, actually learning to play that type of game, being like, this is fun, especially since that was what introduced like the wild zones where we could like hang out.
Yeah,
with
where you
fans
could go out
Pokemon
and like
hangout.
do the giant battles and also just like go camping.
And then I had the special event where the box art legendary, for me it was Zacian,
Yes.
showed up in my camp because
yeah!
Zacian can do that.
Oh my god, right, I remember that. He did
it's
show
a rare
up.
event, so I'm like, what the fuck?
That's
what are you doing here? And
crazy.
Zacian's just like, hey.
He's just
So-
like, hey,
And I'm like,
smelled soup.
it's like Zacian wants to play, and I'm like,
I remember that.
Okay, I'll play with it.
Fuck.
I'll play
Okay.
with that legendary.
Like, why is it
It was-
here?
it
Did
was-
it have
it
its
was so
sword
fun.
or no? Was it just
no,
in its neutral?
Zacian and Zamazenta, when they show up in camp, they're in their normal forms.
That's so fucking
They
wild. I
only
remember
get their-
that. That was during our
yeah,
playthrough, right?
Yes, they only get the sword and the shield when you actually find
Yes.
them in the post
Yeah.
game and then can give it
Which
to
is a
them and
fucking
have them.
fantastic song, by the way. The howling in that original
Yes.
song is so good.
Oh, it's very cool.
Toby Fox cooked everything.
Was that his song that he made for that?
I don't entirely.
Because I
No,
remember
I
people
know
being like,
he
the
made
only time he ever
the-
worked with Pokemon was for Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah, he made the
he
fucking.
Because that's what people were saying, because Scarlet and Violet was the first Pokemon game to ever be
Yeah.
made, right guys? Right guys? Right
Right,
guys?
guys?
Right
Right,
guys?
guys?
He did do.
Right?
Toby Fox did do part of the soundtrack for.
He did the
Sword
Sky
and Shield.
Tower thing, didn't he?
I'm not too sure.
I
You
don't.
mean
Yeah,
the
I'll have to
Battle
look into
Tower?
it.
I think he did
Yeah.
the Battle Tower.
Yeah, I think he did. But no, he
didn't.
didn't, because he did Scarlet and Violet first, because Scarlet and Violet was the first Pokemon game to ever
yeah,
exist ever,
of-
right
No,
guys? Right guys? Right guys?
He
Of
did the
course.
fucking.
Yeah, of course, of That was Scarlet and Violet. I fucking hate that song. I don't think he did that. He did the battle theme.
I kept repeating that
I
like
fucking-
leitmotif. I'm like, oh, it's the leitmotif, and you're like, shut the fuck up!
I was
Don't talk to
saying-
me about that. I'm like, da 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 da, da, and you're like, get the fuck out of here.
It's gonna be wild
Go
if I have to
away.
play that game again for stream to prove the point.
Scarlet and Violet.
But I have my Switch 2,
Hey,
so I wouldn't
hey.
be able to get all those
Your
fixed.
Switch 2 will let the game run better.
We'll
Yeah,
put-
I'm sure it will, but that's my
Yeah.
point, is that, like, even if I were to play it to be like, look, guys, it's not good, I could just fucking
We
boot up my
fuck-
Switch
we
1.
fucking do.
I think it annoys me. Hi, Fable. I think it annoys me that you need I'm using Canadian dollars here. At minimum, like an $800 upgrade to
not
be able
including
to
the game itself if you don't own it.
Yeah, not even including the game,
which is another like $90.
Yeah, just to run a game that wasn't properly optimized to run the hardware it was made for.
But
like,
guys,
what are you doing?
It has 3 stories, and there's one about a sick dog.
That's
Buy
like,
my game, it's $150.
That's like making a game for the DS being like, we made this game with 3D features, and it's like, the 3DS isn't out yet. What do you mean?
Yeah.
You made it for a console and then didn't optimize it to utilize the features of the console?
Yeah, but people already bought it, and they were like, there's been no other game like this ever.
By the way...
And if you played Legends Arceus, it killed my grandma.
By the way, we were at our local EB Games on launch day.
For Scarlet and Violet?
For Scarlet and Violet.
There at midnight, yeah.
So you could feel
yeah.
you could feel the presence in the room like deflate as
Being
we got
there,
home. Being there was cool.
Winning
it was cool.
that Pokemon hat that's actually over here. I should put that on.
Oh no, Fable. Oh, you won that?
Do you want me to just...
Can you get up and get it?
Hold on. Alright.
Yeah, no, I won that for guessing the names of Zekrom and Reshiram.
Damn.
Yeah. Hey, what's up? Yeah, no, I won, and I remember got given one, I think, for free, or he got stickers for free because he had taken his appendix out. He had gotten his appendix out like a couple days ago.
See,
that's really...
Yeah, I remember him being like, I got my appendix out, can I have some? And they were like, fuck yeah, and they gave him.
I will say,
but I won this for guessing their names.
Even if the game wasn't that good, being at the event is not something that I regret because
I did have a lot of fun at the event.
Yeah,
I had my Vaporeon sweater on. I had this hat on. We have a picture of all of us standing together in front of the poster thingy.
I think in a way that
but I
is
think
what
it
made
was
it
funny
feel
that
worse.
that naming 2 Pokemon was more fun than playing a Pokemon game.
Yes.
Although the first night was pretty alright when we were all like gathered together.
Yeah.
But the
mood
kind of started to shift during that first cutscene of like all the kids running up to the professor and then they all
T-pose. They T-pose.
Yeah. They all T-posed for like for a couple of frames.
And we all like exploded. We were all just kind of like, oh wow, this is a nice cutscene. I wish it had voice acting. Ah! Like, it was like a fucking sleeper agent.
Although you did count.
And then it happened again. I was talking to Sprung about this the other night when we were. It's the cutscene after you've gone through the cave with the legendary, and then he grabs you and like picks you up.
Yeah.
When that cutscene played, I think I have it on my Switch. It played at like half the speed because it was so chunky of a cutscene. It could not play at max speed. It's not even that the frames were cut off. It was literally like. Oh! Good job! And then they T-pose at the end.
Good job.
Yeah, and the Pokemon's like... Yeah, the Pokemon... I've had a cutscene struggle a little bit. I have never had a cutscene need to be slowed down to render. And then they did just... They did it for the final cutscene in Area 0. They all went into each other.
To be fair, you did catch a shiny Wingull in like the first...
Yeah, I did. That was cool.
That was the game making a desperate attempt at...
Yeah.
Are you doing good? Are you having fun?
That's why I feel like
and it couldn't even give me like one of the new Pokemon. It was a fucking Wingull.
It's still
too. Yeah, I guess, but like I chose the water starter.
You did.
So like the fact that it gave me a Wingull kind of sucked.
I also chose the water starter.
Yeah, well I've always chosen water. The only time I don't choose water is if there's Chikorita. Because I've always played Gen 2 with Chikorita. I don't know why.
I chose my boy.
I think they just felt like a girl Pokemon. Like Chikorita kind of feels girl orientated.
I agree. I also love Fuecoco.
Fuecoco's really cool. Fuecoco was the opposite, where he starts standing up and then he gets down on all fours.
Yeah, he broke the mold and he did really well, and he has a really cool final evolution.
I do like Fuecoco's
his final evolution. I kind of think I maybe prefer his second evolution just because he has the fucking sombrero and that looks awesome. I love his.
You know what we should do for either another episode or for a stream
sombrero.
idea? We rank all of the starters, like every single level of the starters.
I'd be down to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we'd have a lot to rank. It would be,
yeah,
because you get like
just
3 evolutions for each.
If we're just talking about general stuff, I've been trying so hard to think of a transition from like this to talking about Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, because I want to talk about how it took me a full year to actually beat that game.
I sold my copy.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, or it's somewhere in the house and I don't remember where it was, because I also did not vibe with Sun and Moon, especially Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and I got 7 of those 8 little diamond thingies, and I think I remember either you or Fox telling me to keep going because there was still, like, you were, like, so close to the, almost, like, close to the best part of the game, and I was like, guys, if it takes me, like, 50 hours to get to the best part of the game, it's not a good game. Like, I'm sorry, but, like, you're like, but you're finally getting to the story, and I'm like, why has it taken this long?
You're like I'm near the end of the game.
I was a huge Sun and Moon hater. I feel like I can't be anymore because it's been so long since I played it, and I don't own it anymore. I feel like I would need to play it now to form a definitive opinion of it, but I was a huge Sun and Moon hater. And I tried so hard not to be, because you guys were always like, I mean this in a nice way, glazing it. Like, you guys were always talking good about it.
I remember really liking, so I'd have to replay it, see what my opinion is now. I remember really liking Pokemon Sun. I don't know why it took me, like, a year to beat the game. Because
There's so much dialogue.
It's
like, that's what I remember being...
It's so cutscene heavy, that's probably it. But I remember getting close to the end, not picking up the game for a while, then learning, like, oh, Ultra Sun's coming out, and, like, hi, Fable. And then, like, a few days before I even got my copy of Ultra Sun is when I went back and finally beat Pokemon Sun. So, like, my shock and surprise when 2/3 of the game was the exact same game.
Yeah. Like, it's just... Did they fix anything besides just re-releasing it?
Well, they added some cool mini-games and, like, changed the story a bit.
Is that it?
Yeah. Well, they added, like, post-game content and, like, 50 missions.
Missions?
Not missions, but, like, side content. Little, like, things you can do.
Like post-game stuff?
Yeah, like post-game stuff.
Okay.
You can, like, explore a ghost in like, an abandoned school.
That's the one that gave us the Ultra Beasts. I love...
get Ultra Beasts.
I love...
You can play Sonic 2 Special Stage.
I love...
What does that mean?
So, you ever played Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on the Sega Genesis?
I've played Sonic 2 on the Mega Collection on the GameCube.
So, do you know the special stage for the Chaos Emeralds that's like the half pipe and you have to...
Yes, I love those.
In Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, there is... like the Ultra Space wormhole thing, and it's just you are riding on whatever box art legendary Pokemon you have, and you're like going through the portals. And
yes, I remember that. I remember you guys telling. Yeah, I think I remember seeing that.
It's basically just the Sonic 2 special stage, but like for shiny hunting and Ultra Beast collecting.
Father, I do not want Fuecoco.
I love this cat so much.
Look at him. He's in heaven right now. I can tell.
He's having so much.
I like the boys. Thank you for the pets.
Twilight's
over here. Like you can't see her in this camera. I don't even know if you can see her in this camera. But she is just
it is
right here. Can I get her to like poke her head out a little bit? No, I don't want to.
I'm probably super
No.
Comfy?
Trying to get her to sniff, and she's like, no.
I think one of my favorite things was that BDSP had stuff cut, well, not cut out of it, but like Giratina specifically. You just kind of find Giratina in a cave, whereas
in BDSP.
Whereas when I experienced Giratina, especially in
Legends Arceus,
because
in BDSP they so like in Platinum normally when you go up to Spear Pillar, I showed you the scene afterwards.
Yes.
He appears, and that scene goes differently in Diamond and Pearl, which is how we saw it in BDSP.
He just kind of loses and is like, I'm fucking mad.
Well, you don't even necessarily see him at Spear Pillar. I think you find him in Pal Park. I think he's in Pal Park. Yeah, I think. I might be wrong.
Yes. Yeah. He's just kind of there in like.
And you go in, and then although I will give them this, and this might be like, you know, however the term is for like letting them off easy. Admittedly, with that fight, you have to defeat a level 100 Shadow Giratina.
Okay.
Instead of just like catching him, because like you can, the way that BDSP's Pal Park works in comparison to how it used to, in Platinum, Diamond, and Pearl, because it used to be the thing that connected Gen 3 Pokemon to Gen 4. Like you would, put your Pokemon in like the GBA slot, and then they would appear in Pal Park, and you had to catch them. But the way that they made it work in BDSP is that that's where they put all of the legendaries leading up to Platinum. So, like, they had Suicune, Entei, and Raikou, they had Rayquaza, they had Mewtwo, they had Ho-Oh and Lugia, and they had Giratina. But what made them different is that Giratina, you actually had to battle the level 100 Shadow version of himself, and then, like, you would actually step into the distortion world very briefly, and then it would flip, and you'd end up on the other side with the statue of Giratina, and then Giratina, like, in your box.
Oh.
So they made it different. Like, they did, like, kind of have a reference to the distortion world,
but
they even threw the music in there.
Cool
it's just not as cool as what they did in Platinum.
Seeing, like, the hole in the shadow open up,
and then seeing it,
face, like,
what they did in Legends Arceus. I mean, this might be a bad way to put it because, like, it should have been the way that it was in Platinum, but I believe it made up for that. Yeah. The fact that it was 2 phases, like, you fight Volo's team, then he sends out Giratina, and then I'm going to kill you, and then kill you again. Yeah, that's exactly what you have to do with Giratina.
I didn't realize who Volo was meant to represent.
Oh, really?
I didn't until the final battle.
Until that piano kicked in?
Until the piano kicked in.
And I remember that because you were stuck there.
You caught onto it earlier because you saw that Volo had a fucking Gibble in his
He had a Gibble and a Togepi.
A Gibble and a Togepi. And you're like, huh, that's interesting. And I'm like, yeah, it is. And I had beaten Legends Arceus by then. Yeah. That was you dropping a hint that I did not pick up on. No, it's a Gibble. I forgot what Gibble turned into.
Yeah, so which is also funny when you considered that when we played BDSP together, you got stuck against that Garachomp for a little bit in that fight. The Garachomp and the Lucario, you were stuck against. I beat Cynthia, and I had to wait for him. He had to revive Scum away from Garachomp. So the fact that I went, hey, it's a Gibble, and you were like, huh, yeah.
Gibble. Just like, oh, yeah. Having no idea what I was waiting with.
God, what a good time.
Like, getting all the tablets, going to the top, giving them to Volo, and then Volo, like,
takes off his clothes and
reveals himself to be like the avatar of Arceus, like praising it, and then fighting,
and you hear that piano and you see him take out the Spiritomb, and it's like,
oh no, you're Cynthia in the past, and so you get your champion fighting 6 powerful Pokemon.
One of the only other trainers to have 6 Pokemon, by the way. That's another thing that Legends Arceus does well. Catching Pokemon back in the day was not common. Being a Pokemon trainer in the Legend of Arceus was not common. Like, Pokeballs were a new thing. That's why a lot of the side quests of Legends Arceus is you catching a Pokemon for other people. Like, getting that person, the Celipede, or whatever the fuck his name is, Caterpie.
Yeah, the Celipede.
Yeah, that Pokemon,
And the reason
so
for that...
you are or getting the Blizzo for the guy, right? Like, catching Pokemon and having the ability to guide Pokemon as a Pokemon trainer.
It's a relatively new thing.
Was not a thing, so that's what, like, Ingo having an easy time was wild, and, like, I think the only other, like, I don't even think Rowan had 6 Pokemon. So the fact that, like, you never ever came across a Pokemon trainer that had more than 3 Pokemon except Rowan until Volo.
Rowan didn't even have 6.
And Volo has a full fucking team.
Yeah, Rowan has 5.
I don't think any other Pokemon game has done well with the subtle storytelling
Which
of that.
technically means that in the past,
Think
Volo
about the Pokemon trainers back in, like, Gen 3 and whatever that had 6 Magikarps, and then look back at realizing Volo has 6 Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like, Pokemon doesn't do that anymore.
That also means that in the past of that region, Volo was the first champion in that region. The first person... Besides, I'm going to say even before you to have 6 people. So not only do you fight a stacked 6 team, which has... So in, like, the first generation, did the Elite Four all have 6 Pokemon as well? Or was
I think maybe 5?
Has having 6 Pokemon in
I don't think... Wait, hold on. No, the Elite Four often only have about 4 or 5 Pokemon.
I never finished
I guess that's because you fight them one after another.
That's valid.
So yeah, so you've got, like, one of the earliest champions fighting a full stack team of 6. And after that, still, like, no time to reprieve. He then, like, calls
summons!
Out. And
he summons Giratina
from,
he
like,
doesn't
the dark
take him
portal.
out of a fucking ball. He says, like, a prayer and summons the equivalent of the devil from the Bible out of a fucking portal of darkness and commands it to crush you.
So then you have a boss fight
so cool.
where
like,
you
what
fight
the fuck?
Like, not only is that just a cool as hell.
It's not like, and I mean, this might be an odd comparison. It's not like N catching Zekrom and then sending him out on, like, a Pokemon battle. He summons Cthulhu.
Yeah, he didn't have
says,
it in a ball.
Go!
Yeah, he summons like
Giratina, we got Giratina.
And he comes from, like, a similar portal to how he originally showed up in Diamond too.
To Cyrus,
like, the darkness comes out and it's like, oh no, I'm just gonna summon a Chaos God and, like, fucking kill this
The
kid.
devil from the Bible.
Kill
the
him.
Brobel.
So not only do you fight a stacked team of 6 fully evolved Pokemon, including Spiritomb, a fucking legendary as well.
Mythical, I believe, but yes. Apparently it's different.
And then
I just learned this.
Garchomp, which I believe is considered pseudo-legendary by his stats, especially when you stack them with Swords Dance. And then you fight a scripted boss battle against a legendary Pokemon, which, by the way, you're not given time to heal in between.
No, you're not.
The same thing. Then, as you deal the final blow, and he does this thing where he goes like, he whips his head back, freezes, and then he leans forward, screams at you, and transforms into his true form with the wings. And the theme kicks in. It's like, no, this isn't.
And your character does the
this isn't
all over again.
He tricks you. He literally says, no. He does and that's his actual. Like, that is his actual death animation.
Even though you're probably in the moment going like,
yeah, he literally stops his feigning animation to transform and refill his health. So not only is it a 6-stack Pokemon followed immediately by a boss battle,
it is 3 phases. It's a 3-phase boss fight.
3, yeah, because you got the team of 6.
I didn't realize I was playing Dark Souls. I thought I was playing fucking Pokemon.
As far as I know, it is the first time that I've seen in any Pokemon game for a fight to not only have phases, but for a Pokemon to have 2 health bars.
Yeah.
Refills.
Yeah.
Like it's such a video game thing, but for Pokemon, I'm like, I wasn't expecting the champion battle to have a 2-phase boss fight against him. And
usually if there is phases, your rival comes up and goes like, quickly, I'll heal your Pokemon.
Yeah, no, fuck you. You're not getting heals.
You're by yourself.
Fight God.
No one knew where you were going.
Fight God, and then you kill God, and God's
Fight
like,
the devil.
No, and then he
Fight
fucking
Satan
comes at you again.
Yeah, fucking wild, bro.
Yeah, fight the God of Chaos.
Yeah, but Legends Arceus killed my grandma because Scarlet and Violet just revived her.
That
Scarlet
whole
and Violet
thing,
came
like,
out and it's open world, and you can catch.
Like that's like I'm gonna be honest. That fight against Volo, the reveal, especially for me who didn't catch on to who Volo was meant to be, the reveal that not only like the Cynthia connection, but the connection to Arceus, standing at the highest point in the land, the closest point to God, the closest point to Arceus, and then simultaneously.
They also fake this out with the other girl that looks like Cynthia, the older lady. They fake you out with her, and they make you go
it's like 2 fake outs. Like, that is better than any Elite Four fight I've ever fought. That is a proper boss fight. That is
and
final
it's still not done because then you go and fight, and then you go and literally fight God.
And then after that, after that you get a literal stairway. Yeah, after that you literally get like
he's like, hey yo, you want some?
have llama.
Yeah.
After that, you literally get
change colors. Ooh.
You get like a literal stairway to heaven where you can walk up there and then fight Arceus in the type of fight that is unique to that game, where you run around, you hit him with the stuff to like calm him down and like.
I thought that's what you did with the other ones.
Yes, but I'm saying that for Giratina it was a straight up boss fight. But
yes,
for
Arceus,
you run around, and it is also the hardest one of those types.
Oh, dude, it's tough. Yeah, I think I had to do the thing where you attack him with half health because I just couldn't fucking do it. He did this move where he like breaks everything and and I couldn't fucking dodge it.
It's just not only do you have like the reveal,
you're getting
the
tired.
fight,
You're like
but like not only do you get like the fight, the reveal, the 6 Pokemon, the 2-phase fight. And then you're given, like, literal stairway to heaven, fight God, fight Arceus himself. There's just so much that you do at that endpoint that really makes it feel like the end cap. That Legends
Violet lets you go Pokemon Go.
Like
you can send out
Pokemon,
you can do like raid
go
battles.
Go home.
But
you can
like
make sandwiches.
It feels like such an endpoint of Legends Arceus is you forming the legend and then you fight Arceus as the final gauntlet.
And
at
then
the end.
Legends ZA was like, what if we took this this
like
city,
literally highest point, fight God.
Put you in the future.
In the future, in
What
Paris,
if
but no buildings. But no buildings.
Can't go inside.
Can't go
Do
inside.
not go inside. Do not come to my town.
What if we don't let you go inside? What if we don't make a cool, intricate sewer and catacombs area for you to explore?
Catacombs would be so cool. You could have so many ghost Pokemon down there.
Yeah.
What if we just didn't do that?
Just build it like Schedule 1.
No.
You know? Let you go down there.
It's so good. It's so good.
Like, can we... He's had a snot problem, like, all this time.
Oh, sorry,
oh shit.
Coco. Nobody's
yes,
paying attention.
his nose
We
is
need
falling off.
to trim that.
Don't pull it.
I'm not pulling it. I'm just saying we need to like.
He's got like a snot issue.
Just cut that off.
All right.
So,
You can't even really see it much on the camera.
Yeah, I don't think I have much else to say about Pokemon, but Legends.
I just
Arceus
don't
was
care
a
about
fucking
middle. I don't even like Crobat that much. Golbat. I don't really like Golbat that much.
you don't like Golbat?
Cause I'm really, I don't know. Maybe I've never had to have a Golbat. Like I evolve it to Golbat, and then it immediately evolves into a Crobat the next level because its friendship points is already maxed.
Yeah.
So I
Oh,
never
yeah,
have a
he's one of those
Golbat
older
for
ones,
longer
I
than like
think.
5 seconds. So I don't have like that connection where it's like, oh my god, I have a Zubat, Golbat. Oh my god, I have a Crobat. That's kind of what it's like. I don't care. And what Prinplup is kind of cool, but I just want an Empoleon. Charmeleon's kind of cool, but I just want a
Charizard.
Charizard. Venusaur is cool because he's in Smash.
That's Ivysaur.
Ivysaur is cool because he's in Smash.
Ivysaur is pretty cool though.
There's
I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of Wartortle. I honestly prefer Squirtle or Blastoise.
Yeah,
Wartortle-
like it's just they're okay, but it's just kind of like I want to get to. It's like
honestly, Ivysaur would be my favorite of the middle of the middle evolution.
it's like when you're kind of done with
For
foreplay,
kids,
but
I
you
can
need a
agree.
little bit more. Like I'm kind of just ready to get to the main event. I don't need this anymore.
Yeah,
you know?
you're like, I've had my appetizers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want
Give me
like,
the full.
bro,
give me the
bro.
meal.
Yeah.
Give me my Torterra already.
Yeah.
And then I was about to yawn there, but I didn't. So
Oh,
we'll have to
man.
zoom in on me on there.
Okay, we did like a little one.
I guess in some for Pokemon that only have one evolution, then I guess that second evolution is sometimes considered the better of the two for certain Pokemon.
Like Seeking.
Yeah.
Or
Seeking's cool. I actually really like Seeking. He has the shell on his tail and he's got like the hat.
or Slowbro.
I did not know what's. I thought. Wait, fuck. Who's the evolution of
Wait,
of
is it
Goldeen?
Slowbro?
What about Slowbro?
Is it Slow? What's the evolution of that?
Slowbro?
Who's the evolution
Becomes
of
Slow
Goldeen?
King, right?
Fuck. Who's the evolution of Goldeen? That's who I thought Seeking was.
Goldeen, that's the fish.
Yeah.
There are a lot of fish.
Wait, am I thinking of Slow King?
Are you thinking of Slowking?
What Pokemon?
Yeah,
has
I'm
a
thinking of
shell on
Slow
it?
King. 'Cause Slow Bro becomes Slow King.
Who's
right?
Seeking? Seeking is the Pokemon after Goldeen.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
I think so.
The
yes.
big fish.
Yeah,
the
it
big.
is.
Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
okay.
my
I was right.
apologies.
Fuck,
I
you got me
was
myself.
thinking of Slow King. The evolution
Okay.
of Slowbro. Because I do like that when he stands up and he's got like the like shawl and the hat. And,
I
like, the
laughed at a
collar. I love
TikTok
that.
about that the other day. I think were you with me or was Sprung with me? Where I was.
I think it must have been Sprung.
I
have
was
no
watching
recollection.
these people go around at like this con and ask what like their like let's say a Pokemon and like is this Pokemon a green flag
Or a red
What's
flag?
your-"
I've seen
yeah.
those,
And
yeah.
the girl says like the girl said Pidgey was a red flag, and then the guy asked, well, what's your favorite Pokemon? And she went, I like
Oh.
Slowpoke, and everyone in the comments was like, huh. She said Pidgey was basic.
Never
She was
mind.
like, oh, Pidgey's a basic pick.
I did see that.
Yeah, and then she said, well, my favorite's Slowpoke. That's my favorite Pokemon. Because he's like so funny.
My favorite
It's like-
Pokemon is... I don't know. I have this thing where I like Pokemon that fuse with each other and then become larger because for Gen 1...
like
well, no,
Zekrom and Kyurem, or Reshiram and Kyurem, or Metagross.
but for me, Metagross, but for Gen 1 it was Magnemite, which then becomes Magnezone, similar to Metagross, where they just fuse together from
Yeah.
their magnetism and become a fucking flying saucer.
Wait, but
So
Beldum...
it's Magnemite, Magneton.
No, not that one, Beldum.
Yeah,
Beldum because
Two-
Metang. The arms of Metang are two Beldums, where the eye sockets...
Is it? Are you sure?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's in the Pokedex.
Yeah.
Really?
So, like,
Yeah, that's
Metang
why
is two
two-
Beldums
two-
fused together.
yeah.
And then a Metagross is two
It's
Metangs
two
fused
Metangs. That's
together.
why each of the legs is a Beldum.
What the fuck? Wait,
Yes.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Where the Metang, the place in the Beldum where the eye socket is where the joint connects. That's the ball joint for the arms on the Metang. They fuse together.
I did not know that.
And then two Metangs back to front fuse together, which I believe is why there's teeth on the back of the Metagross,
Oh
is
my
because that's
God,
left over
right.
from the Metang when they fuse together.
Man, poor Metang.
Bro, a mega evolution of Metagross should just be two Metagrosses,
So,
top to
like,
bottom,
this
like
is-
full, like 8 arms.
This is gonna
Like a
blow
tank.
your mind.
No fucking way. Oh no, there is. That's when the arm is repositioned like a saucer.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that. I almost kind of wish it was just two Metagrosses.
Yeah,
stuck
like the
together.
opposite.
Yeah, they just keep going. They just keep multiplying. But
And then
yeah.
it's like a game of Jenga.
And then there's that Pokemon Pokemon that's like the big tower, it's the blocks, and each block has like an eye on
Strongum or some shit.
Oh,
It's
for
like
the Ultra
Stronghold.
Beast.
Yes.
Oh, I thought it
Stakataka.
was...
Stakataka.
Okay, I thought you
one
were
of these
referencing
days,
the stone guy from Galar.
I would love to have a
I don't
Pokemon
know
game
enough
where I
about
could play with
Pokemon really. I thought I
Stakataka.
did.
I don't know. I like
I
this
think I
idea
know
of a bunch of
stories
little
more than
guys.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
I just love the idea of a bunch of little guys like coming together to become something so much larger. Like it's cool.
You would love Big
Stakataka.
Hero 6.
Big Hero 6, okay, but you know what I do like? I love Wonderful 101. That is literally 100 people
That
coming
is,
together
yeah,
to form
yeah.
bigger things.
It is,
It's just,
it
it's
is.
cool.
So what you're telling
cool.
me is we need a Pokemon game that's exactly like the Wonderful 101, but for like
Bro.
Beldum.
That would
Bro,
be wild.
I'd fucking love that.
All those Pokemon mixing together like that.
I gotta get a Stakataka sometime. I gotta get one of those.
You know what?
You might be able to catch it in the Sword and Shield DLC. Because you can
Yeah, the
catch some of the
Ultra Beast.
beasts.
Oh.
I have a Buzzwole.
You know what Pokemon game I think deserves
I want to get a
another
Zerkatry too. I
entry?
love Zerkatry.
I think I have one.
Pokemon
Yeah.
Conquest.
What's
I don't
that?
know about that.
You know Fire Emblem?
Yes.
Imagine that, but like instead of Fire Emblem, it was Pokemon.
Wait, isn't that just what the Pokemon, the DS ones were? Like Skies of...
I think you mean Mystery Dungeon.
Yes, wasn't that what just Mystery Dungeon
I
was?
thought Mystery Dungeon were puzzle games.
No, Mystery Dungeon. Well, no. Mystery Dungeon is kind of like they're not strategy like games like how Conquest or
They
Fire
kind of
Emblem
are.
is. They're like dungeon crawlers.
Okay, yeah, but they have like the tactile thing and like doing certain moves and stuff like that though.
Kind
like,
of,
the tac-
but
like
I wouldn't call them like as intricate a strategy game as like Pokemon Conquest is.
Okay, fair. Well,
But-
so wait, Conquest is more Fire Emblem adjacent?
Yeah, it's
Are we
very
talking modern Fire Emblem or old?
old.
Okay, because apparently it's different now. Apparently,
I wouldn't know.
apparently
I've
Three Houses
never-
is like a gotcha.
I've only played like one Fire Emblem game, and it was on the GameCube.
Was that Path of Radiance?
I have no idea.
Because I think that was on GameCube.
I have no idea.
I should play it. 'Cause then I can say I played a
I
Fire
just
Emblem
think
game.
like a strategy game with Pokemon is sick, and we need more. of
That's what
those.
Conquest
yeah.
is?
Yeah,
When was it out?
it's a good question. Let me look that up. Just distract them. Tell them about your Pokemon.
I don't know if I have too much else to talk about. I feel like I kind of used most of my energy.
How did you feel about Scarlet?
2012.
2012. Okay, what was that? Wii? Was that on the Wii?
Is that Conquest?
Conquest was on the Wii.
It was
Scarlet?
on the DS.
Was it?
Yes.
Oh.
Scarlet and Violet had some really cool designs for characters. I definitely like.
I hated not being able to change my fuck ass outfit.
Okay, I don't like
The
that.
school uniform.
Don't like
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
Don't like that. I mean, you can change accessories.
I
but
remember
the main
catching
outfit.
you doing T poses whenever you were changing your clothes. Actually, I have
I
a
don't.
picture of you
I
T
don't.
posing.
I don't like that a lot of the stores don't have interiors. You walk through the
Any
door
of the
and then
stores
that
don't have
thing shows
interiors.
up. Which I remember ever since even Gen 1, you walk in the store and you could even talk
Yeah,
to
it always
certain
has that
characters
song.
and,
I think one of my
well,
biggest.
also some of the characters you could talk to inside of the stores would sometimes have helpful advice, or maybe they give you an item or something. It added a character. Zone 0 though is
Area
really
Zero.
Cool. Area 0 is really cool, and I do like
Except
the.
we couldn't play it together. We were stuck by ourselves, even though it's the coolest and most open area in the
It
entire
is.
game.
Oh,
Yeah.
the music that plays. I love the
The
iron
music
variants.
is really good, but it's a shame that we didn't
I-
get to experience it together.
I love robots, and so having there be multiple robot versions and then me wanting to catch all of them, that was cool.
Yeah.
And the final
I think-
fight, the final battle is, I will say, really
Oh,
cool.
where the professor is actually a robot, like a feature version.
And
of
I like
him.
how
that is a really good
he
build-up.
while he has a stack team of 6, they're all in Master Balls, and he just like drops down.
Yeah.
Like you never see that. That was really cool.
And how the text changes as he goes from
and
like
instead of you
himself
fighting,
to the robot.
yeah, the text like glitches,
and robot.
and then you fight him, and instead of it saying his name, it's like the
program.
Paradise Preservation Protocol,
And
and
the
it's
Yeah.
like
part where
that's
he, like,
cool.
locks your
That-
Pokeball.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. But it really sucks that in the last like 10% of the game, it's like you're giving me robot variants of Pokemon, which is really fucking cool. And I like all of this, but this is at the end of the game, and it would have been really nice.
And I
if, like,
had to
the
go
first
through
80%
two mediocre stories and the story about the dog
and a
to
mini
get
game
here.
where you just press buttons, and then your guy goes like,
You have to do, like,
yeah.
like, what's the team?
Ba-bow!
Team Star?
Which, like, I
That's
feel...
a gym challenge.
I feel like that could have worked better if there was just more going on.
If it didn't run at, like, 5 frames per second, because I played that
If
game
it didn't
at night when
suffer
it was raining.
from
Like-
a memory leak,
like,
which
if-
caused me to lose all my data.
If
Really?
Oh yeah, did I never talk
I don't
about...
remember that, no.
Okay, so you know, like, the memory leak? I
Yeah.
actually suffered from that.
Really?
Yeah. So
You
I
know,
had
there
to,
were
like,
people
for
on
the
Twitter
loss.
saying that anybody that had any glitches in Scarlet and Violet were invalid because they all were on emulators.
Well, that's wrong.
Yeah.
You mean
yeah.
the emulators that Nintendo kept taking down because they don't want you to emulate the Switch?
Because...
Well, apparently a lot of the glitches that were shown off allegedly were shown off via emulators, which is why the glitches were so bad, which has been debunked, but it's just interesting to hear that you actually had an issue.
Yeah.
Hey, Twitter, shut the fuck up. I should get off of Twitter, but like...
Another thing I didn't personally really enjoy about Scarlet and Violet were the gyms.
They were bad!
They were bad.
They were really bad!
I didn't like how they were all just, like, mini-games. And they weren't even, like...
Come on.
Challenging mini-games
Yeah, like
either.
the one where you press a button and it goes...
That one would look... that
where-
one could be better
There's,
if,
like,
like,
where's
you...
Waldo?
There's
that-
the Sunfloras
Well,
that
where you're-
move at 2 frames per second.
Where you're, like, doing, like, the emotions and,
Mhm.
like...
The
you don't even
emotion
have to
one
do
would
timing.
look...
You can just mash the buttons.
Yes,
for
you
that
could.
one.
Yeah.
the emotion one would have been better if it was, like, a dance thing.
I did
and,
that
like,
minigame
your-
when it was
your-
nighttime
you your
and
Pokemon
actively
were doing
raining, so
poses.
everybody was moving at like 5 frames per second. So
Ooh.
it was like...
Yeah, that is very unfortunate.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was bad. I have it clipped.
Hopefully the new game
You had everything
is
deleted?
better.
Do you remember exactly like what happened?
I don't remember exactly what happened. This was a long time ago.
Mhm.
But, like, when the game was first coming out, there was, like, a memory leak issue, which meant, like, a lot, like, your, like, data just wouldn't save
Mhm.
or something like that. I just know my data didn't properly
You saved
save.
one day and then you opened the game and it was like
and
back
it
at
just
the menu?
wasn't really there. Like, I was like, oh my god,
Wow.
what the heck?
So one day you save your game, you're at like the 7th gym, and then you open up the game again and you're back at the intro sequence?
I wasn't that far into it, because I didn't play the game, like, too much.
Yeah.
I didn't really like it.
Mm-mm.
But, like, yeah, I got maybe, like, a couple of gym badges. I know I did most of the, like, giant, like
Oh,
Pokemon that
shit,
you had to
man.
fight for the sandwich dog
That's
quest.
wild.
And then I suffered the memory leak, and I was like, oh.
That's
I'm
wild.
gonna play
Ooh,
Breath
big
of the Wild.
yawns.
Shut the fuck
Zoom
up.
Even if
Yeah.
you're yawning, zoom into
Yeah,
it.
yeah, just zoom into you. That's funny.
So, yeah.
Pokemon. That's crazy, man.
Sometimes they do really cool things, and sometimes I lose all my data and
What
get
opinions do we
frustrated.
have on Winds and Waves? Because I remember seeing everybody talking about how, like, wow, this is such a step up from the graphics. But I remember the exact same comments being made about Scarlet and Violet
yeah.
during that trailer. I even remember, like, some of the guys in the group chat being like, you can see the scales on Gyarados now, or something like that. And it being kind of a big deal. And so it's really funny to look back on
It's
that trailer
happening again.
and see at the bottom it says, like, not final footage, and then also see that in the new Winds of Wave trailer of, like, this is not warning, this is not what the game is going to look like, and everyone's still like, they changed
They're like,
it.
oh my god, new game engine, shadows, rendering,
Yeah.
Tangela, and
Wind,
waves.
waves,
Look at the clouds.
wow,
Wow.
Look at the ground,
Wow.
the water.
The water.
Why am I
it's
Christopher Walken now?
So
Christopher
water.
Walken.
I love Pikachu.
I don't really have a lot of opinions on it yet. I am one of those wait and see. Wait till it comes out, and if it bombs, I will
Don't
pay for it. If
really
it's great,
plan on getting the
maybe
game
not.
anyway
Me
because
neither.
I don't have a Switch 2.
oh that too. I
Oh,
actually don't have a Switch
true,
2. I don't
right,
have a Switch 3
yeah.
either. The fuck am I talking about?
Damn,
But I'm still gonna wait and see how it is anyways.
I kind of lost hope in Pokemon after what they tried to pull with Legends ZA. I'm sure if people had a good time with it, that's valid. But after seeing how much it was shitting on the legacy of Legends Arceus and how it kind of got rid of what made the Legends series so interesting by setting it in the future and also retconning a lot of the story elements from X and Y. Because it's like, oh, let's make a future game about X and Y, but don't worry about it because no one actually played it. I just don't trust Pokemon to create something that's concise and on the same level as stuff that we got throughout the DS era, or even with Sword and Shield and Legends Arceus. Like, I do genuinely think that those are good games with a good narrative, or at least an enjoyable gameplay experience if you ignore the story, which if you're ignoring the stories of Legend Arceus, you're just, has a skill issue.
It's like the best part.
It's fucking fantastic. When the sky gets all fucked up and you got kicked out of the village.
And you're like, oh, what do I do
And it's
now?
always like the same music. Like, yeah, you can continue to play the game and catch Pokemon as normal, but that sky is always there. It doesn't go to day, it doesn't go to night. You guys are sleepy.
I don't know why.
I
don't know why.
You guys are fucking eepy-seepies right now. Yeah, Fable's been kind of...
Do you want to hop up? Like, you can...
Oh, big boy. Big hops.
That's a good cat.
Yep. Well, I don't really have too much else.
That's Connor's third way of signaling that he wants to be done with the episode.
Oh.
Oh. Big bums. Tasha.
We could talk about the show.
The
anime,
Pokemon show? I watched the Pokemon show.
Stuff like that. Yeah, me too.
I watched, I wasn't big into May. I kind of thought May was obnoxious. I kind of thought she was an asshole. And I didn't like her brother. But I did like Dawn.
Yeah, Dawn.
I watched
Dawn.
during the Diamond and Pearl era. I watched her with her contests. I remember, like, I have a very core memory of, I think, her and Ash trading Weasel and Ambipom.
Yes.
Because Ambipom wanted to. What was it? He was Ash's Pokemon first, right?
I don't remember.
I think I remember Ambipom being Ash's Pokemon first, and then being traded over.
Of the Pokemon movies, I really like.
I still have to. I haven't seen the original before.
I have a 4-pack. Really?
Yeah, like not even the one with Mewtwo.
We should do that sometime.
I haven't watched them yet.
I have at home. I have like a DVD 4-pack of like 4 Pokemon movies. I can just bring that over and we can like watch them sometime.
I have so many movies that I need to watch too. Like I need to watch those ones. I need to watch Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
I need to watch. I guess by extension the Hobbit films maybe. Although I've seen those, I just haven't seen them in a long time. What else?
Could do a rewatch.
Yeah, maybe.
If you do want to invite me for those, I'd be happy to watch movies.
Oh yeah, we have to plan a day
I
for
want
it.
us to.
I
I
love
want us
watching
to. I want us
movies.
to all watch Lord of the Rings together.
Yeah, no, for real.
Good cat.
All right, well this was good. I feel like this was pretty fun. We talked about Pokemon.
We talked about our opinions on Pokemon.
If you've got an opinion on Pokemon, put it down there in the comments. Pokemon's kind of cool. I would say I'm still a Pokemon fan, just not a modern Pokemon fan. Like, I'll play all of the Switch ones. I will eventually be playing, like, Let's Go Pikachu, BDSP, Sword and Shield, and Legends Arceus, hoping to kind of show off the positives of them. I do want to play Pokemon Coliseum eventually, and DX maybe. I mean, I don't know. I've heard more good things about Coliseum than DX, so we'll see.
You should play
But
Coliseum.
I think I'd still consider myself a Pokemon fan. You guys have seen the plushies in my room and all of that. The Fuecoco. I have a Snorlax beanbag over here.
It's super comfy.
It's really cool.
It's very comfy.
But I'm disappointed in the games right now, and it sucks because I don't really want to play Unite. And I don't really care about the card game. So I
really like Pokemon.
And I don't watch anime, so like I'm kind of shit out of luck.
The only thing you had was the games,
and
they
now
have
it's
taken
gone.
that from you.
I agree. I like Pokemon in concept. I like what drew me into Pokemon at first. I think I still like Pokemon. I just wish I could enjoy the more recent.
Yeah, I want to. I like Pokemon, but I don't enjoy Pokemon.
Yeah,
that's kind of what it is. What do you think, Short Stack?
I feel like I can largely agree with that. My excitement and joy from the games is mostly the games.
Yeah.
I did used to watch some of the anime, but I don't really. I don't watch a lot of anime,
you're not
so
wearing
like.
Pants. With Fable being there.
Fable's my pants now.
Okay.
Fable is the pants.
Fable is the pants. It's crazy.
He is the pants. Yeah, for me, games are pretty much where I kind of ride or die. Having some Pokemon cards might be neat, but not to play the games. It's more so just like maybe having a Metagross card would be kind of nice to have. But that's more like an accessory than actually like wanting to play the card game. So yeah, it's games for me.
Did you see that Pokemon Lego?
Which one?
It's
The
very
EV one?
It's very expensive.
Like all of them.
I've seen
cool.
the EV one, and I've seen someone make a Bidoof out of the EV.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, they like took, and they didn't use any other parts. They used specifically the parts in the box.
So like the EV,
looks
the
cool.
EV one is cool, and it's like the most affordable out of all of them.
Is it?
Do you know how much it is?
I thought that they were like $200 or something.
So the EV one is only $60.
Okay, that's not bad.
The one that's like $200 is like
the one with all 3 fully evolved starters.
Yeah, like
Really?
Charizard, Venusaur, and
I didn't
Venusaur.
see that,
It
no.
looks so cool.
I have a
I'm
Mega Bloks of
never going to
Wartortle.
own it.
I agree. I think if they do the evolutions, that'd be cool.
Maybe.
That would
I mean,
make-
having a Leaf, I really want a Leafeon
Well,
figure.
'cause
I'm
if
sad
they,
I don't have one
if they could
already.
keep them all around the same price, then that would pretty much guarantee sales. Because you can buy Eevee, and then you buy like what 8 or 9 other versions, but they'd all look really cool.
Well, oh god.
And they could use
How
the same
fuck
base
did
build.
We better have an evolution with Winds and Waves. We
Oh,
have
you
to.
want?
We haven't gotten one since Gen 6.
I think seeing a
That's
steel
true.
one would be cool.
What? Sorry.
Maybe a steel Eevee
I think.
with like armor, like a knight, like armor
Maybe.
plates on it.
I mean, I think I would like a poison one. Because I feel like a lot of
Ooh, that'd
poison
be
types
cool.
are kind of mid, but I feel like you could have like a really cool grunge effect with a poison one.
Like a
Because like Umbreon and Espeon, I think are like really gentle looking. Like Umbreon is the closest thing that we have to like a heavy metal Eevee. Because all of them are like kind of flamboyant or like fit a certain aesthetic.
Yeah.
Like Glaceon and Leafeon kind of fit the same aesthetic, and then
love
like
Glaceon.
Flareon and Vaporeon and Jolteon and all that, right? But I genuinely think that a poison one would be able to have a bit more of like an emo or like a metal aesthetic, kind of like how the Team Yell people were almost. Although those were dark types.
Yeah, like
You know what I mean? Like I feel like
Toxtricity.
they would have a new aesthetic, like a new one that isn't just like pink. And also we'd have like Espeon is kind of pink and Sylveon is definitely pink. I don't think we have a purple one. We don't have a purple evolution.
you get a
I'm
fight.
pretty sure
fighting.
Espeon's purple.
Like a soft, like not Bonnie purple.
It's like a lavender.
It's
Yeah,
like a very,
you-
like a very lavender,
You
like
get-
just a little bit darker than Zelda's dress,
You get a fighting type Eevee.
or even like Helpy. Helpy's like that's almost barely purple.
yeah.
I think it's even lighter than that. Espeon's a little bit like
no.
I would say he's more pink.
You're gonna get a fighting type Eevee that stands on its back legs and has boxing gloves.
But that would still be cooler.
I would
Like, that was-
actually, I would actually kind of fuck with that.
Yeah, it would be funny. An Eevee that stands on his 2 legs, that would be hilarious.
The Eevee stands up, and I'm like,
Oh, hello.
Oh, hi, Benj.
damn.
Does this mean is that because it's almost dinner time?
So I guess this is like how we.
You
the,
somehow know.
the banjo.
Is it almost? What time is it?
It's like almost 8:30, so yeah.
Oh,
it's
okay.
roughly
Yeah,
time.
so he's aware.
The banjo
He's
to
like,
end
it's
the
almost
episode.
Man, yeah, this was fun.
Hi.
I like talking about Pokemon.
I
Oh,
like
yeah, especially
talking
getting
in
into like the
I like talking.
Arceus and stuff like that. Oh,
You're
it's
getting a ton of
very fun.
notifications now, there, brother. All right, well, join us next time for when we talk about something.
We don't know
We
yet.
don't know yet, but be here because we'll know by that point. And also, it's April. I've been streaming for about over a year from this point, and my 2-month anniversary of being on YouTube is coming up in May, which we'll
Yeah.
probably talk about more extensively then. That's pretty
Yes.
fucking wild. Isn't
talking
it
about
weird
YouTube.
when you
Oh.
like are a figure and like aging is already weird, but now that I'm like known by a specific amount of people for about a year now, I'm like a baby. I'm 1 year old. I'm the youngest person ever. Anyways, this was fun.
Yeah.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Share this
watch-
if you want.
Share it with a friend. Don't hype it because I don't have that function on. I fucking hate the hype function. Fuck off, hype function.
With that, I've been Ghost Goat, but my friends call me Goat, and my best friends call me Tanner.
Yeah.
I have been Stooge, aka the first Stooge.
I'm Ali
Watch me on Twitch.
Starla. There's an L in there. Please stop calling me Staria. I'm not the bird. I'm a person. Bye.
Yes.
Don't
Bye.
forget.
Don't forget.
Don't forget, watch us on
There's no
Twitch.
L.
Don't
Or
forget.
there is an L. There's no L in
There's
Stooge.
L in Starla.
Damn, bro. I really am an Onision fan, aren't I? Alright,
Let's-
bye.
Don't
Bye.
forget.
Don't forget. Don't forget.
Because that's how we do it. That's how we end things. Don't forget.
Used to. Not anymore.
Not anymore?
Bye.
Changing
Don't forget.
things?
No,
What?
I mean, I'm not an Onision fan anymore. I'm commenting on that one person that said you look like you used to watch Onision. Fuck you. Bye.
Bye.
Don't forget.
Don't forget.
Don't forget.
Goodbye.
Bye.
This is going to look so funny because that lampshade is going to disappear between cuts. And it's just going to look like in between cuts, I just generated an orb beside me of pure light.
Well, now we have to leave this in so that they know we took it off.
No, we don't. They're just going to be left wondering forever. It makes it better. It makes
Alright, well,
whatever
it is up to editing Connor. If we're
I'm also going to hold Fray Coco.